Fans can't stop rewatching this Soo-kai and Tan Songyun scene. Here's why. It began with a look. No words, no lines, no direction. Just Soo-kai's piercing gaze meeting Tan Songyun's warm, luminous eyes. That split second was enough to send the internet into meltdown. Viewers described it as a spark you can feel through the screen. Both actors froze, as if time itself bowed before their emotions. The air seemed to tremble, and for a moment, fiction and reality blurred. Was it part of the scene? Maybe. But the softness in their expressions said otherwise. This was something raw, unscripted, and unguarded. The night was wrapped in silver light. The moon hung low, glowing against the still surface of the lake. Soo-kai stood quietly beside Tan Songyun, the breeze brushing across their faces. Their silence spoke volumes, a kind of language only hearts understand. It wasn't acting. It was breathing the same air, sharing the same rhythm, connected by something invisible. Under the moonlight, their faces reflected a tenderness so delicate it made the entire internet sigh. The clip spread like wildfire. Within hours, the names Soo-kai and Tan Songyun climbed to the top of trending searches. Millions of fans poured into comment sections, analyzing every frame, every blink, every stolen glance. Some swore they saw genuine affection. Others argued it was professional chemistry taken to another level. But everyone agreed on one thing: this moment didn't feel like acting. The internet wasn't just watching a scene. It was witnessing a heartbeat. It was supposed to be a simple gesture, a traditional mid-autumn gift. Soo-kai reached out with a mooncake. His fingers, usually steady and confident, trembled slightly. It was almost imperceptible, but the camera caught it. Tan Songyun accepted it, her hand brushing his. Their eyes met. And in that instant, time seemed to freeze. There were no fireworks, no words. Just quiet sincerity. A glance. A pulse. A secret only they could hear. The mooncake became more than a prop. It became a symbol of everything unspoken between them. What captivated audiences wasn't drama, it was restraint. Soo-kai didn't need grand declarations. Tan Songyun didn't need elaborate dialogue. Instead, they relied on silence, that heavy, fragile silence where emotions echo louder than words. Every micro-expression, a twitch of a smile, a soft exhale, a lingering look, became poetry. The beauty of this moment was its simplicity. It wasn't performed for applause. It was felt. Soo-kai has always been known for his magnetic presence, the kind of actor who can turn stillness into tension. His eyes hold quiet storms, his gestures deliberate but never exaggerated. Tan Songyun, on the other hand, embodies warmth. Her energy is light, gentle, yet emotionally charged. She doesn't dominate a scene, she transforms it.
Ventese tu collide, se chemistry fails inevitabile. Togeter, te don't act laugh, te translate it.
Their connection in this scene isn't technical, it's instinctive. You can almost hear their hearts sinking in rhythm with the night. Social media turned into a confession booth. I felt like I was watching two souls find each other, one fan wrote. Another commented, this wasn't a scene, it was a moment caught between breaths. Some even compared it to their first love, that nervous, thrilling pulse when eyes meet for the first time. The moment between Soo-kai and Tan Songyun didn't just entertain, it healed. It reminded people what genuine connection feels like. The camera work was deliberate yet invisible. Every frame captured not just faces, but emotions suspended in motion. Soft lighting painted their silhouettes in gold. The moon's reflection shimmered across the lake like a metaphor for their unspoken feelings. The cinematography didn't manufacture romance, it discovered it. As the shot lingered, viewers could feel the tension, the curiosity, the quiet longing, all the elements that make love stories unforgettable. Fans didn't stop at watching, they began creating. They edited clips, added gentle music, crafted montages that amplified the tenderness between Soo-kai and Tan Songyun. Hashtags flooded timelines. Memes, poems, short fan videos, all celebrating this fragile yet powerful exchange. It became more than a viral moment. It became a shared memory, a digital love letter written by millions of hearts beating in sync. This moment struck a universal chord because it reminded people of something simple: real emotion can't be faked. When you see two people share a look that feels alive, you recognize truth. It doesn't matter if it's scripted or spontaneous, authenticity speaks louder than any storyline. Soo Kai and Tan Songyun showed that connection isn't about perfection. It's about honesty. It's about two people daring to be vulnerable in front of the world. As the clip circulated, comments became more personal. Viewers said they felt comforted, reminded of the warmth they once had, or inspired to love more gently. It's rare, a scene that doesn't just entertain but heals. Under the glow of the mid-autumn moon, two actors managed to bridge distance, language, and screens, and simply remind us how beautiful it is to feel again. In entertainment, we often focus on performance. But moments like this reveal the hidden artistry, the unspoken emotional intelligence between two professionals. Soo Kai, often perceived as reserved, revealed tenderness behind his calm exterior. Tan Songyun, known for her expressive depth, radiated serenity that made the moment timeless. Together, they showed that chemistry isn't about words. It's about rhythm, trust, and the courage to feel without pretending. Since that night, both stars have found themselves in the spotlight not for scandal, but for sincerity. Every interview, every social media post after the clip was released was flooded with curiosity. People wanted to know, what's their real relationship? But perhaps that's the magic. The mystery makes it more enchanting. Some stories are more beautiful when left untold, suspended between imagination and reality. What Soo Kai and Tan Songyun gave us wasn't just a moment of beauty. It was a reminder of why romance, even fleeting, fragile, uncertain, captivates us so deeply. Because somewhere in our hearts, we all crave that unspoken understanding, that electric first glance, that quiet moonlit moment when everything just clicks. Their story echoes something we all feel, the desire to be seen, to be felt, to be remembered. Thank you for joining LVT Showbiz tonight. If this story touched your heart, if you too felt that spark watching Soo Kai and Tan Songyun, then don't let the feeling fade. Like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to LVT Showbiz for more stories that celebrate connection, passion, and emotion in its purest form.
Your voice keeps this channel alive.
Every comment is part of our growing community, a place for dreamers, believers, and those who still think love stories matter. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and remember, sometimes, the quietest moments speak the loudest.